Hey guys, illusionist Jason Bishop. I'm back with another piece of magic. The artist in this video was a legend in magic even during his own lifetime. In fact, the only other magician you could compare him to for influence, inventiveness, and skill was probably Di Vernon. And even the professor, Di Vernon, supposedly said he was fooled by him. He was born Quintino Marucci in Foggia, Italy. He was known as Tony Foolum briefly, if you can believe that, but he's best known to us as Slydini. Before we get started, I've been a professional illusionist since before avocado toast was a big deal. I performed for colleges and theaters across the United States, been featured on national and international television, and had 2 successful runs in New York City. And now in between shows, traveling, working on new magic, and learning my future from TikTok fortune tellers, I pull up videos like this from online and I give you some thoughts on them as a professional illusionist. So Tony Slydini was actually on hit TV shows in his day like The Tonight Show or The Dick Cavett Show, which is actually where this clip comes from. Now Dick Cavett actually wrote in the New York Times about the first time that illusionist Doug Henning took him to see Slydini in New York City and how he was completely blown away. Now the piece that he does in this video has been performed by thousands of magicians, but to this day you'll probably never see another magician performing with the clarity and absolute skill that he performs this with. So let's check out Slydini and his definitive version of the flight of the paper balls, also known as paper balls overhead. Here we go.
There's something you're famous among magicians and everybody for who's ever seen it, and we're going to do it now. And I want you to go over there, explain it, and take the stage.
This is the fellow.
Here's the guy.
It's a tall guy.
How about to give me a little hand, can you? You never said a word, right? Never? Never. All right. I don't have to ask you. I think you got a good sight.
Very good.
100%, right? Mm-hmm. But it's good if I test your eyes and see the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. You don't mind? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, here I have a few paper napkins. I'm going to open up. They stay straight, so put them on the left, put them on the left. Okay. Don't fold it, just a little, just the way they are.
Throw them down.
Okay, right there, see? I think we got plenty here, right?
Yep.
Right. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to do what you call a misdirection. You see the misdirection, how it look like it. In other words, the magician, he can fool thousands of people, he can fool one person, the same thing. Now, you all see what I do. You see everything. He's the only one that cannot see. So please don't say anything, don't point, because you spoil everything. Let him find out himself. And you try to catch me, right? You try the best.
I try.
Unless you know, right? Okay. Now, I hope not. Come close. No, not with the chair. Yourself, yeah.
Oh, stand up?
No, don't stand up. Just come close. Too big. Now, you see, this piece of napkin you see, right? Now, the closer I come, the more I... But if I smash them into a little ball, now you see the ball here, right? I'm going to explain everything. There will be no scoops. All right? Mm-hmm. Come close. I'm going to take the ball, I'm going to put it inside of the hand this way, and I close the hand. Squeeze. When I open the hand, you see the ball completely disappear. Come here, how close, watch, really slow. Come here, watch. Now do really slow, okay? All right? Watch it, really slow. See? And disappear. Nothing here, nothing here. Is anything in your pocket? No. No? Nothing. Oh, you didn't see, right? You know why? I did too fast. This time I do slow, really slow. Yeah. Just try to catch it now, watch. Now, I tell you why you didn't see. I'll explain to you, see? Before I put the ball this way, you couldn't see the ball, right?
Right.
Why?
You're hiding it.
You're clever. You're clever. I hide it with the hand, right? But this time, I'm not going to put it this way. I'm going to put it this way. Come here, watch. Really slow. No more. Come here, watch. Really slow. Put this up. I give you one more chance now. You should see the third time. Most of the people see the second time, but just the third time is not so good, you know. Okay, now, pretty good size, right? Now this time, I do so slow you have no idea. Look, I go very slow when I put in, back up a little, back up, wait. Really slow, come closer, right? Right. You see? And look, not to here, you still didn't see. I'll show you how I do. You want to see? Look, I'll show you. I really show you this time. If you pay attention, if you watch, I'll show you. See, you pay no attention when I did this way. Look. And then I did this way, this way. Did you see that? What went? I'll do it again. Come on. I'll do slow this time. Look. Watch. Look. What's the matter with you? Come here, one more time. I'll do slow. Watch. This time you will know. Look. See? Disappear. Look, I'm going to make a bigger one. Believe me, if you don't see this one, there's something wrong. You mean to say you're not going to see this one here? Doesn't fit anywhere, this. Right? No way I can pull it. No, please, right?
Not.
Okay. Now, you got a chance now. This is the only chance you got. If you don't see now, you'll never see anymore. Right? Okay. Now, first, I'm going to pull the ball this way. Right? Now, you know the ball is there, right?
Right.
You're sure?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now I'm going to close this way. Okay? Now, blow. Now you know it's there, right? You with your big.
Probably not, but
See it. So probably not. It's not right. You got to say yes or no. Come in. Now you know why this body don't disappear. Why it didn't disappear? Why it doesn't disappear? You know why? You want me to tell you why?
why?
Because it's too big when I put it inside. Come in, watch. Really slow. Blow. See?
Slydini.
That's a great routine. Obviously, Dick Cavett, though, had several different TV shows, and he loved magic, and he really supported it. He had quite a few magicians on his shows over the years. I think the kid from the audience was a great audience member, actually. Sometimes you get, bad audience members, and some people really take a lot of time to select their audience members. They look in the audience before the show, they really examine them, or during the show, they gauge how people respond differently, and then they choose their audience members that way. So this particular guy was just a great audience member, I think, because he really rolled with being fooled. Like, some people don't really like to be fooled, and he was clearly having fun with it. He was obviously completely fooled. He was a little bit exasperated because it's just happening right there and he couldn't understand it, and he knew something was up, I think, to some degree, but he could not figure it out. And maybe he was even an actor, actually. And I don't mean an actor in the sense that he was in on the trick. I just mean an actor as in somebody who they knew could behave on stage and wouldn't pull focus or get angry or start jumping around or what have you. I mean, that kid to me looked absolutely clearly amazed, but he was extremely well behaved. He was a good audience member. He wasn't trying to steal the spotlight or be jerky about it. I don't know if Dick Cavett had influence on this or not, but I did notice in the production that if you look at the screen where we're viewing this, like how they taped it, when Slydini throws the paper over the kid's head, it falls outside of the frame of the screen, so it doesn't create clutter on the ground. It's very clean. I don't know if that was intentional. It feels it because it's so specific, but the point of that for magicians live is that when you have clutter on the stage, like a lot of times magicians will do something with a prop and they'll throw it to the side of the stage thinking that it will go off stage, but it lands just before the wings, and so it's still visible, but it's outside of their field of view, and so they think it's actually gone, and it's not really gone. The audience can still clearly see it, and it looks messy and cluttery, and that's never a good look. And for people like me who get distracted easily, my eye can go to that object and be pulled away from the magic with that. David Copperfield did a version of this routine, actually, and he used chicken eggs, and then at the end, instead of a big ball, he actually vanishes a live chicken. It's a very cool routine. But in Copperfield's case, when he throws the eggs over the head of the onstage volunteer, someone behind her actually catches them. Now, of course, he's catching them because they're supposed to be eggs and they can be fragile and break, but it also just keeps it nice and clean, and we're ready for the next trick then right away. There's not a lot of cleanup, there's not a lot of stuff you have to do to get into the next piece, and it's not distracting to people. Copperfield's magic is always, usually very, very clean. Slydini is such a high-level artist with his magic that this routine leaves no question to the audience that magic is an art that can be done with absolute intention. It's not accidental, and he's not just getting lucky. He is accomplishing exactly what he intends to in this performance, and the audience at large can clearly see that. And so they know on some level that when he fools them with other tricks, he's being just as intentional then too. The genius of this routine, I think, in his presentation of it, is illustrated by the fact that you couldn't have more mundane props than literally crumpled up tissue paper, and yet he deftly blows this kid away while simultaneously entertaining the audience at large, actually. And I think this routine, it's almost like scales in music. It can get you started and introduced to magic quickly, but it actually requires a lot of practice to do it at a high level. And it shows something that doesn't require a lot of dexterity to get started with, can benefit tremendously through practice and experience and attention to detail. And if you want to properly learn this routine, Slydini's student Tony Clark actually has a DVD that teaches it, and I'll link it below. And as always, if you want to get started in magic or you need some new magic, there's a link below to Vanishing Ink, and these are affiliate links, so it does help the channel if you use them, and we do appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please destroy the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when we release new videos, and we will see you in the next one.